Alright guys, it is Monday, which is 2 days after like 2 or 3 days, right? After I did like the red hair, bring back the warm pigments to my hair for doing the black hair dye, which I have right here. Lighting isn't the best, like it could be better, but like I'm trying to find an area where, I have the mirror in front of me. I have a place to put my phone so I can record and I can see myself, you guys can see me, and unfortunately it's hard to find a place that has all three. Anyways, I don't really need to like read the instructions like too much this time because like this is the same box dye brand I used last time. Because like it's pretty recently, like just last week. I'm still pretty familiar with the instructions, the directions. But like I said, we're gonna do black hair dye. And what I recently learned is that black hair dye is also, like, it can be damaging as well, which I didn't know. Because I just thought if you went darker than your normal hair color, or just, like, darker in general, it's not, like, as bad. Because, like, I know the way you bleach, you're literally removing pigments. Like, when I've bleached my hair in the past, that's, like, when my hair has felt the most dry, the most damaged. But then, like, when I've done, like, I guess, like, darker colors are not as bright, also, as not as light of a color, like, no bleaching. Like, when I've done, like, red box dye, purple box dye, even my recent brown box and everything, it hasn't felt like as dry and damaging. I felt slight differences, but that was about it. But then like I searched up and they're like, oh, that can look be damaging because they still use like developer, like maybe 20 volume developer in it or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. Anyways, there's something that I should have used, like the internet was telling me that I should have used like demi-permanent or like some kind of like glossy black finish instead of like box hair dye. But I'm like, well, mine gets searched up last night, by the way, so I'm like, well, I already have the intention to do my hair today, and I already have the product, and so I was like, not too big of a deal, But anyways, I'm gonna put on the gloves and, get everything else set up. Alright, so you guys can't see, my apologies for like, the angle of the view and everything. This is like the best I can do. But I have this stuff with me, this is the color, the one that I accidentally spilled in the last video because I forgot like how liquidy it is. And this is like, I guess like the cream developer, is that what it's called? Color activator, I mean. So I'm just gonna mix the two and then shake it. Like this time I remembered that, this time I didn't spill anything, yay. And this time what I also did was I put a paper towel down so that way like, in case I spilled anything, it wouldn't go straight on the furniture, on the dresser drawer that I'm standing at. It'll go, on the napkin, on the tissue, hopefully. So anyways, this is what it's looking like. It's not like clear, but you can see it. I'm gonna mix it and I'll apply it to my head. Chat told me to like put it on the previously dyed area first, like where it's red, and I think to leave it on for like 10 to 15 minutes, and then to apply the rest of the dye to the rest of my head, and then leave on for like the rest of the time. And this box I says to do 30 minutes total, so I'm gonna do this part first, the previously dyed part first. Leave it on for like what they say, like 10, 15 minutes, and then the rest of the head for the rest of the time. I'm not sure if I'll do the full 30 minutes because, my hair is already, like, pretty dark naturally. And because, like, my previous chemical treatments makes me, a little hesitant about doing it for the full amount of time. But the other instructions that they also gave us to do 20 minutes for, like, I think they said, like, permed, for relaxed or permed hair, do 20 minutes for, like, natural hair without any prior chemical treatment, 30 minutes. And, I've done, like, prior chemical treatment, so I'm leaning somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes, more so leaning towards 20. But yeah, I'm about to apply this. I'm about to continue shaking this. Gotta get it mixed well. Then I'll apply it and then we'll go from there. I'm like, I could move somewhere with better lighting. However, I won't get to see myself in the mirror, and I don't want to use my camera as the mirror because I don't trust that much. But we're moving. I'm just gonna do like this front part of my hair at first. And then I'll do like the back about 10-15 minutes later. Then I'll keep you guys updated with the progress and everything. I don't want to talk too much because I know that the gloves, like how it's making crinkle noises, it's probably like interfering with the sound. So, yeah, but let me do a little bit on camera, of course. I'll just drizzle it on like some kind of sauce or dressing. I'm hoping I don't get it on myself or my clothes. But yeah, I'm also wearing, dark. So, if it gets on, it won't be the end of the world. Yeah, I'm about to, put this in, keep you guys updated and whatnot. Alright, this is my hair about 10 minutes later. As you can see, really dark, right? And this is my glove. This is the one I used to like hold the applicator thing. This is the one I actually used to like apply. So as you can see, one hand that's like actually doing the work. Because it's been like a little more than 10 minutes, I'm gonna do the rest of my head now. And yes, I'm moving you guys to a place with better lighting. I'm like, we really need to see this with, better lighting so we can like, properly discern, you know, the color and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna do the rest of my head. The mirror is over here, and you know, phone's over here. So if I'm looking that way, because I wanna make sure that I'm getting in the right places and all that. But I'll do a little bit on camera, and then I'll do the rest of it off camera. Y'all checking if you guys like maybe shortly before I clean it, rinse it out, and then like, you know, after I rinse it out, of course, you know, usual. So let's just dribble. So at some point, I'm just gonna remove this entire like this part and just straight up dump onto my head, or like dump into my head and then my head. Also, I did get some on my shirt, on my sweater. You can't see it right now, but like when it really dries, that's when I'm pretty sure that'll be obvious. Look, right now, you don't know where I spilled it. You can't tell. Alright, I'm ready to rinse it out. It's been 27 minutes total. But like by the time I take off like everything and get in the shower and like rinse it out, it'll, you know, it'll be 30 minutes or whatever. But pretty sure I got everywhere. This time, like, since you know I had like way less hair, and you know I used the whole box, you know, I had more than enough, so I was not stingy with it, as we can see. But I also know that this like kind of gives off more for like some kind of like really dark blue or dark purple type of look. I don't know if that's just me or maybe it's like the lighting or something. But yeah, this time minimal staining, but I also like cleaned up like immediately when I noticed like any staining. And yeah, I'm ready to rinse it off, and like once I come out of the shower, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Like so far from here, I'm low-key messing with it, and I'm also excited to see what I'll look like with black hair, because I've never done like completely jet black hair. I've done like basically almost any color, or like every color except black. And I also haven't done pink, and I haven't done green either. So yeah, I'm gonna hop in the shower, rinse it off, then like once I come off like my damp hair, maybe like comb out a little, I'll show you guys, and I'll also do like final trimmings to make it even or somewhat even, you know, make more of a gradient rather than a very obvious change in hair length. But yeah, alright, so I am out of the shower, and this is the hair. I hope that the lighting is good enough. I'm pretty sure it is, because I'm literally in front of the window where the sunlight, natural sunlight is hitting. But anyways, I can still see some purple on like the previously colored parts. Like some kind of dark purple. It's not like one uniform color throughout my head, but it's not like super obvious. I think that like with lighting, also like maybe as I wash it later on, you know, like maybe in a few weeks that I wash it, the color will fade out more to a black. But I'm okay with the color. Like I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm not gonna do like, I don't know, like another black or like maybe another filler color and then black on top, like doing like another dark brown or whatever. I'm gonna stick with this color. However, what I'm about to do right now is I also picked out my hair, right? So my hair is damp, it's been picked out, no extra product applied. I'm finally gonna trim it, you know, to make a difference from going over here where I had lost hair to over here where you can see, you know, the very big difference. I just want to make it like more even, and I already kind of planned how I'm gonna cut it. I just realized I'm wearing black, and you know, I just dyed my hair black, which is funny because in the last video, or a video or two ago when I did red, I was wearing red and I was doing my hair red. That's kind of funny. That was unintentional at all. I'm wearing black because for a different reason, not because of the hair. But I'm gonna, off camera, I'm gonna trim my hair a little. I'm mostly gonna trim like let me see, like this part over here, like where the hair length varies the greatest, so that way it's like more of a smooth transition. However, I'm hoping that I'll also do like just a few random like dusting trims throughout the rest of my hair to make sure that everything's like mostly even. Because I know that when I was trimming, like at first I was like sort of not like in a rush, but like I knew that I was gonna trim more later, so I just kind of, I didn't make sure that everything was like even. So I'm like, once I'm done, once I'm done like doing like this front part, I'm just gonna like, you know, fluff it out again. See if there are some pieces that stick out way more than others that still need to be cut, and I'm gonna do that. I'll come back to you guys, but this time I'm not gonna cut any pieces on camera. That makes me too nervous, and you guys will see the finished results anyway. Alright, this is the final haircut. I really didn't cost that much because I tend to be scissor happy, so I'm trying to work on that. So what I mostly do is I really just did trim that front area, like where the transition from the area so I cut that area, like the transition from the area that used to have like barely any hair to like, you know, the rest of the hair. I just cut that area to make the transition smoother. And then like when I recorded myself doing the 360 and I watched it over, I'm like, okay, this looks, you know, decent, reasonable. So I'm glad I didn't have to cut off too much hair, because that's something I'll do. Also, because I know that I can use shrinkage to my advantage. Because I'm not the type of person to pick out my hair every day, so like to style it every day. Like you can catch me like, you know, in the morning time, maybe just like wetting my hands and like fluffing out the hair from my wet hands, so the hair is damp. Also, it's like fluffed and not like completely matted. Like, you know, I just woke up from sleep, which is true, but you know, the people don't need to know that. So yeah, I think this is basically it for, yeah, this is it for like my hair, like trying to fix my hair fiasco video. I think it's a series of like maybe 4 videos. I made a playlist, but yeah, that's all.